Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome back to my channel. This is Jay from Aluzion TV, and I want to just take a moment and wish you guys a Merry Christmas and say that I hope you're able to spend it with somebody who is special to you, whether that's a loved one, your family, your significant other. And I also want to wish you guys a happy and healthy new year. It's been a great 6 months. I appreciate all the support I've gotten from you guys. Thank you to all my subscribers, and I'm looking forward to everything that next year is going to bring. With that being said, let's get to the review. Okay, so today we're talking about the Jabra Elite 75Ts. These little guys are awesome pair of in-ear true wireless earbuds, and I wanted to take some time and go over all of the features. Jabra advertises these guys to give you about 7.5 hours of battery life just on one charge from the case. They also say that you're able to get about 28 hours of total listening time. That's going to be with using the case multiple times until the battery runs out in the case. Now for my testing, I will tell you that I usually start at about 8:15 in the morning, and then about 3:30, 3:40 in the afternoon. These things lasted me all day. They're very comfortable to wear, and they have really good sound. So the battery life, as far as what Jabra is claiming, seems to be true in all of my testing in the past 2 weeks. They also offer Bluetooth 5.0, which means you're gonna get faster speeds to connect. You're also gonna get more high quality sound because 5.0 in general just allows more throughput of information to be transferred between compatible devices. And it also means that you're gonna have like a nice solid connection with some really good range. Now, another thing that 5.0 gives you is the ability to multi-connect devices. So you could essentially have, like, let's say a tablet and a phone connected to the earbuds at the same exact time. In my testing, I was listening to Spotify on one device, and then if I paused the Spotify and went to the phone, I was able to play like something on YouTube like instantaneously because they're both connected at the same time. So this is something that Bluetooth 5.0 allows, and I will say that it does work very well. Now, another thing that's really great about these headphones is that they have these nice size buttons on each one, and they are multi-use buttons. So the right side button is primarily going to be just to play and pause a track with a single press. If you double press the right side button, it's going to activate your virtual assistant, whether that be Siri or Amazon or Google Assistant. Now, if you tap the left side earbud, that's going to activate a feature called Hear Through, which we're going to talk about in a few minutes. You can also skip tracks, you can go back in tracks, you can also change your volume. So with a long press on the right side, it's going to increase the volume, and a long press on the left side is going to decrease your volume. This is something a lot of people look for, and I'm not going to mention names, but they still don't have this feature implemented yet, and I know a lot of people want it. So Jabra did a really good job implementing, all the different things you could do just using 2 buttons. So the sound quality. The sound quality is by far the best I've tested yet. Basically, the bass is just incredible. I don't know how Jabra did this, but the bass is like having a little subwoofer in your head. And what's cool about that is that the mids and the highs, they don't suffer. Like, they did a really good job with the soundstage of these earbuds. You're gonna have to go out and try these, but I can guarantee right now, if you like bass and you listen to like EDM or hip hop, things that have like really nice punchy bass, these are the earbuds for you. Okay, so Hear Through. This is by far one of the most useful features of these earbuds. Hear Through, when you left click the earbud, is going to basically activate the earbud's microphones, and it's going to allow pass-through from your environment. So if, let's say you go into a store or you're at work and somebody has to ask you a question, you can now just pause the song, and as long as Hear Through is activated, you'll be able to talk to them and hear them pretty clearly. This is something that other headphones have. I know that the AirPods Pro, which I do have, they implement this really well on theirs. Theirs is a little bit more natural feeling, but these work very well. So it's a very useful feature, and I'm glad that they have it, because when you put these things in your ear, they're basically like earplugs, and they block out about 80% of your surrounding sound. You don't have to constantly pull them out of your ear every time you have to like answer somebody or maybe ask somebody a question. The case for these Jabras have a nice magnetic top, and it snaps really nicely and it stays closed. So the other thing that's cool about these is that if I put the headphones in, they snap into place and they will not fall out. So they're magnetically fastened into the case, and you also have a magnetic top. So the case is really well designed. It has a nice indicator on the back that's gonna light up and show you the charge status, as well as right next to that, you're gonna have your USB Type-C charging port. This is really great to see, because a lot of things are becoming standardized with USB Type-C. It's just a faster, more convenient type of port to use. You can charge through it, you can transfer information, and you can listen to music. So I really like that they put the Type-C on this case, and I'm glad to see it coming and rolling out to all the new products on the market. So using the Jabras for the past 2 weeks, I've really enjoyed their sound quality. I've enjoyed their convenience and all the little features that they've packed into them. But there are a couple things that I ran into in the beginning that I want to talk about. So when I first started using these earbuds, I noticed that the phone call quality just wasn't good at all. I've read things about people saying that they were echoey, but honestly, I never felt that. But what I did notice is when speaking to people, they sounded like really far away. And I noticed I had to crank up the volume on my phone just to like kind of understand what they were saying. I really wasn't happy about that. Now, another thing that I also experienced, which a lot of other people, was that my left earbud was constantly dropping out. Every couple songs, it would just be like a half a second drop out and then come back in. But I kind of felt like at this price point of $179, which is how much they are today, it was kind of unacceptable. And it was kind of making me feel like, all right, maybe these things just aren't as good as I thought they were. Granted, now this has been the case for most of the time using them. But 2 days ago, I got a prompt to update my earbuds, and I didn't even really know like what was in the update. But after I did the update, the following day, I got a phone call, and I just was like, wow, like the quality was so much better. I didn't have to like raise the volume on my phone. They sounded clearer, like they sounded how like they should have sounded. And also from using them the last 2 days, I've used them on my tablets, on my phone. I also didn't experience that left earbud dropout. So those were kind of like the main things that I wanted to say I wasn't too thrilled about. In fact, I wasn't happy about them at all. But I can say that since the update, they've resolved those two issues. At least with my testing unit, these guys have been rock solid the last 2 days. So if you guys are experiencing this and you already own them, make sure that you check the app and try to update, because it should fix them. Okay, so another thing I want to talk about that and this is probably a personal thing, is the comfort. So while these are comfortable to wear, you have to remember that they're kind of like wearing earplugs. So when you put them in, you're gonna get like that fullness feeling like in your ears. If you've ever worn earplugs, you know what I'm talking about. Once you play music, you don't really experience that, but if the music is off, even with the hear-through activated, you still you feel them in your ear. So that type of comfort is, it's not a deal breaker. It's just something that I experienced, and I kind of wish like maybe it was a little bit better. But again, that could just be my ears. Now, I also experienced discomfort in the back of my ear, where like the back of it sits. After a couple hours, like that was kind of like getting achy and bothering me. So again, just something to look out for. Everyone has a different ear, I know that. So this is just like my experience, and I just want to get that out there. So now there is an app that you can adjust the EQ on. You can set different custom profiles for the EQ, as well as adjust the hear through. So there's a slider that if you slide it all the way up, it's going to increase the amount of noise that the earbuds let in while hear through is activated. And the same goes for if you slide it the other way. There's also, you can register the earbuds through the app. You can also update the firmware. You can locate your earbuds. So there's some really cool features within that app. And just a disclaimer, when you first get these, it's going to tell you to download that app, and then you're going to have to use that app to kind of like set them up initially, as well as download any firmware updates that are available. So you are going to have to get that app, but once you have it, you really don't have to use it. They will connect to any device without it. It's just something that they make you do when you first get them. All right, guys, so I think I pretty much went over all of the important things. I'm not going to do a sound test like some people have done because I just don't feel like that represents them well. These are something you're going to have to get and experience. Just make sure you get them from somewhere with a good return policy and you should be good to go. So, all right, with that, guys, I want to say again, Merry Christmas to everyone, Happy Holidays, and if you made it this far into the video, I appreciate it. There was a lot to talk about, but I wanted to get you guys all the information that you needed to make an informed purchase. All right, guys, until next time, be well, and I'll catch you later.